I'm now in an Arab cottage settlement, which is called Arabian Ranches 2, and after traveling in the Arab Emirates for the last 3 weeks, I've seen a lot of new things being built, especially real estate. For most people, knowledge about the Arab Emirates fits in the following sets of words: investment, real estate, sheikhs, desert, vacation. I talked about investments, more precisely the financial district, sheikhs, desert and recreation in my previous videos, and it's time to talk about real estate. The fact that the housing market in Dubai is constantly gaining momentum is known to every secondary school student, but what areas have been built? How much does it cost to buy a house? Is there a mortgage? What does a foreigner need to purchase real estate? These questions are far more complicated, and guys, before I'll start showing you the cottage settlement, I recommend you to subscribe to the channel, give the video a like, and let's watch! All this real estate, living quarters and cottage settlements take on a really interesting look. If earlier it was quite deserted, now some living nature appears here. Surprised, but once Dubai, loved by many people, was just a swamp. This swamp dried out 5,000 years ago, and from that time the site became suitable for life. If you don't believe that there was a swamp once, you can go to Abu Dhabi to Mangrove National Park, where you can see it all with your own eyes. A swamp dries out, a desert appears. Well, a desert is far from the best place for living, but it makes its inhabitants become nomads. They were engaged in cattle breeding and cultivation of palm trees, which was the first successful experience of agriculture in the region. In the 5th century AD, a caravanserai was erected in the area of Dubai, which is now called Jumeirah, where traders stayed for the night when they moved from Oman to Baghdad. Can you imagine that the population of Dubai in the beginning of 2000s equaled a population of a small town, but now the number of residents has exceeded 3 million. Over the past 50 years, the population of the entire United Arab Emirates has multiplied 20 times. About 80% of people living in the country are foreigners, and most of the real estate is created for foreigners and by foreigners. Well, I'm staying in one of these cottage communities, let me underline the word community, and I'm staying in this area in such a villa. Its size is about 2 to 250 square meters, and from the very first moment I was interested to know how expensive the real estate is here. And look, a villa of this kind costs, let's start with mine. I was told that this villa with a fine finish cost about $550,000, but it was during COVID-19. Now the price will go a bit higher. So basically it's already finished, and all you need to do is to get some furniture, do something in your inner yard. And in addition to that, there are some facilities on the territory of the community that are already included in the cost, such as a park and a 20 meters outdoor communal pool and a gym, which is also included in the cost. And frankly, the community is not small. I mean, it has several streets. Palm Jumeirah, the largest man-made island in the world, its shape justifies the name. The island resembles a palm tree with its outlines. This form was not chosen by chance. A palm tree in Dubai is the national symbol of the United Arab Emirates. The island is surrounded by a special breakaway in the form of a crescent. Why was it decided to build the palm? The local authorities realized that once there would be no free space for coastline hotels, so they made the decision to create the artificial island island. The total area of the island is 5.6 square kilometers. There is no cheap real estate, and this is a place where many celebrities live, and the fun fact is that some of them did not buy a house here. They got it as a payment for participating in the advertising campaign. Others invested money here at the construction stage. Well-known Beckhams bought a 7-bedroom villa here for $1.6 million. Madonna owns one of the island's estates with a private beach. Robert De Niro opened his own restaurant here. Jumeirah, another luxury district of Dubai. However, only citizens of the United Arab Emirates can acquire real estate here. That's why there is also a lot of hotels built for tourists as well as villas for rent. Besides numerous beaches, including public and free, there is also the red line of the subway going, which allows you to easily get to the main sites of the city. Another reason why tourists choose this area to stay during their holiday is the Marina resort with several kilometers of coastline territory. People also call it the Dubai Venice because it has many canals along which guests of the city are transported on Arab boats. By the way, Marina Jumeirah is a resort not only for people but also for turtles. Local canals are also used for injured sea turtles recovery before releasing them back into the wild. Business Bay. High-end offices and expensive apartments are located here. Business Bay is recommended to international companies that would like to settle in the Middle East. The district is constantly evolving. It was designed on the basis of Manhattan in New York and Ginza in Tokyo. In the first half of 2018, Business Bay became the best platform of investment property in Dubai. There are also premises to buy. The minimum cost of a one-bedroom apartment will be about $140,000, and to rent the same apartment is from $200,000 a month on average. Luxury two-bedroom apartments may cost $400,000 or more. Of particular interest is Morossi project by the well-known developer Dubai Properties. It presents the first houses on the water in the Emirate. Here on the territory, there is a school and a kindergarten, but they are all paid. And in general, everything here is always paid for foreigners. Speaking about schools and kindergartens, and the prices are completely different. By the way, if you're interested in schools, universities in the Arab Emirates, then you can visit Smapse.com. And in the section on the Arab Emirates, you'll find everything about educational institutions. And there is even a chance that they will advise you on the issues relating to real estate, like student residence, rental apartments, and maybe even purchasing a house. Deira and Karama. Deira is the most densely populated area and one of the most popular for buying property due to low prices. In addition, it's quite comfortable to live in it. Several metro stations are located here, which allows you to quickly get to all the needed points of the city. It was here that the first nomadic cattleman appeared 4,000 years ago. To this day, there is a special colorful atmosphere on its streets. There is a lot of markets in the area, so the main population of the area are natives of Pakistan and India who work here. The prices for hotel rooms are cheaper here, and for real estate, the prices for it are not much different from the prices of the simplest apartments in Business Bay. But here you can buy an entire villa with this money. Karama District is a complex of retail outlets in Dubai. It sells accessories, clothes, shoes, household goods, electronics. The prices are quite reasonable, which is why both locals and tourists often come here to shop. Downtown, a new fashionable district of Dubai, the construction of which began in 2004, it was built around the famous Burj Khalifa Tower. Apartments in this area are known for their luxury, hence the appropriate prices, about $6 million for a 5,000 square meters penthouse. There are simpler options, a 3-bedroom apartment of 164 square meters for $1 million. Districts for nightlife and entertainment, Marina and Dubailand. Marina is a district for lovers of beach rest and yachting. Often real estate is acquired here to rent it out afterwards. Dubai Marina is made up of 10 separate residential areas with more than 150 skyscrapers. The starting price for the property is $220,000. Dubailand is suitable for those who love entertainment in general. There are Dubai Autodrome and the Desert Range Eco-Tourist Park. The construction of new living quarters premises is constantly underway, with the prices starting from $400,000. A friend of mine recently bought a studio apartment here of about 60 to 70 square meters in an upscale district in a good building, and these apartments cost them $300,000. Their entry fee was 20%, it's the lowest entry fee possible, $60,000, and the rest is mortgage. They took the flat under a mortgage of less than 3% because they work here. The question is, can you get a mortgage if you don't work here? And the answer is yes, you can. Barsha and Al Safa. Al Barsha is not as densely populated as other places in Dubai. This is one of the most peaceful and quiet districts. Mostly small villas and cottages are concentrated here. It already has its own hallmark, the Mall of the Emirates, where there is an indoor ski resort. There are several sub-districts of residential complexes here. The most popular building in Al Barsha one is the Murad Tower, which is the only residential building here, with prices starting from $150,000 per small studio apartment. As for the Safa district, almost the entire territory of it is occupied by a park, green, well-groomed area among skyscrapers. Several major residential skyscraper projects are underway, and you can buy a studio apartment in the house under construction for $220,000. Burj Dubai and Al Safa, districts from the past. Burj Dubai is generally known for its affordable hotels and real estate. At the same time, it's one of the oldest districts where you can see with your own eyes what Dubai looked like decades ago. Many Europeans live here. One of the shortcomings, the lack of beaches nearby. Al Safa is another historic district of Dubai. There are atmospheric Arab streets and marina with yachts. Despite the fact that the local buildings are new, they're made in a style that creates the effect of antiquity. There is also a skyscraper of the same name with apartments overlooking the bay. What do you need to buy property in Dubai? First of all, you need to pay attention to the territory where you plan to buy housing. It has to be the so-called freehold, the zones in which foreigners are allowed to purchase property. You can buy apartments both at the stage of their construction and in the primary and secondary real estate market. Usually, the list of documents for individuals purchasing real estate in Dubai is as follows: passport, legal identity card, contact information. Then you sign a contract in a writing form, which is obvious, and also sign the so-called Form F, also known as the Memorandum of Understanding. To buy housing in the United Arab Emirates, you don't need a resident visa. It is issued right after based on the ownership of a real estate, with the condition that the cost of acquired housing was at least 750,000 dirhams, $205,000. However, if you purchase housing on a mortgage, then the requirements are already more stringent and you must have a resident visa for this. Moreover, a buyer must also be employed in one of the local companies or have his own company on the territory of the United Arab Emirates. Also, a buyer must be at least 21 years old and not older than 65 to 70 years. And moreover, the last mortgage payment must be made before the borrower retires. Well guys, I'm done for now and I hope it was useful and interesting. Don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to this channel to know more about the United Arab Emirates and the world.